In 2015, more than 1 million migrants and refugees crossed into Europe, sparking a so-called crisis. As a recent immigrant working in Norway, I felt ashamed being Hungarian after a fence was erected by the government of Hungary. Parallel to trying to understand the refugee crisis, experiencing migration on a personal level, I understood that the lack of access to financial services acts like a second fence. It makes social and financial inclusion for the new arrivals difficult, if not impossible, forces immigrants to remain on the margins of society. Although I had a job as an architect, I felt the need to dedicate myself to this problem to prove that we can do better. So I quit my job and moved to Berlin to make a banking solution that is open for everyone. And this is how my fintech startup Taqanu was born. After an initial deep dive into this topic, it became clear to me that the problem is both global and fundamental, and the inability to prove one's identity affects not only refugees, but more than 1 billion people who are banned from any form of finance. Taqanu's app uses a digital footprint and the person's phone to identify and authenticate people with a very high degree of accuracy, and uses this newly created digital identity to onboard people to a simple banking solution. By providing access to finance, relief agencies and government bodies can securely disburse funds and enable people to gain access to basic services. Taqanu's solution will be scalable and location independent. This allows it to be quickly deployed in a country or accessed by a segment of the population. It will also allow NGOs and other organizations to focus on their mission and avoid the distraction to set up specific fund distribution solutions. As a disruptive financial technology company fighting for inclusion, it is being sought after by agencies, corporates, and central banks all over the world. The project has the potential, upon successful regulatory approval, to bridge the poverty gap through allowing the disenfranchised to access banking and other basic services anywhere. However, these large bodies are only interested in working solutions, therefore, Taqanu must deliver on the highest level of reliability. As of today, Taqanu has assembled the blueprint, developed code, and lined up key partners to deliver on the premise of accessible banking. The grant would provide the last mile to finish development and pilot the solution with a small group of refugees. I'm stubborn, I'm optimistic, I'm a global citizen. Thank you.